2018 XIX Sports presents University of Cincinnati Bearcat Basketball, sponsored by your local Tri-State Ford dealers. By JTM, the quick, great taste for the family of the 90s. And by Miller Lite, the great beer that's less filling. It's it, and that's that.
Hey, subs, will you look up the floor? Jesus, Mike!
If there's a buzzword to describe the University of Cincinnati's basketball team, it would be intensity. It's what head coach Bob Huggins brings and what he demands. Practices as intense as any game and as physical. The only speed is full speed.
I've never had a bunch so laid back off the floor, but so aggressive on the floor. I'm really pretty laid back, too, until you step across the lines.
No, stepping across the lines and into the basketball arena, we find anything but laid back.
We've got very open lines of communication here, and you know, I want to know what they're thinking, and certainly they get to hear what I'm thinking.
Now, hold up. Now, do you know why I don't want to put you in the game?
How about Coach Huggins?
You act like it's me. It's not me, it's you.
Coach stresses a lot that, you know, he doesn't want boys playing for, he wants men. Only reason he's saying it is to make you a better player, and if you can't really see that, then, you know, you shouldn't be playing for him in the first place because you're not going to get any better.
Eric Martin knows what he's talking about. Earlier this season against DePaul, Martin said something to the coach he shouldn't have, and bam, Coach Huggins kicked him out right there during the game, off the bench and sent to the locker room.
I know I did wrong, and he talked to me about it, you know, right at halftime, and then said, you know, just forget about it and let's go out and play, and that's the way it was.
Everybody kind of loses their temper while they're on the court, but the good thing about Coach Huggins is, you know, it stays on the court. It doesn't carry over off the court, so I think that's why people get along with him so well.
And the players do get along with their coach, despite what people might see or hear on the surface. Even the team's leader, Van Exel, has had his Huggins run-ins benched twice this season.
No, it's not a problem when you know it's your fault. At the time, you don't know it's your fault, but when you sit down and think about it, you know, he's right, he's the coach, so there's nothing you can do about it.
Most of the time, he feels if we play hard and do what, you know, we're supposed to, we're going to win. And once we get out of that, you know, context, it's like, uh-oh, you know he's going to say something.
Corey!
I know.
Corey, that's what happens in a game. That's why we're all screwed up in a game. One guy running around not knowing what he's doing.
As intense as things can be for the Bearcats, they could use a few laughs every now and then, and Terry Nelson brings a few to the club, and then brings a few more to the club.
He came out here and they was going to hook us up with just about everything. Go to the Final Four, made $1.5 million, and we still wearing these hush puppies. With all the pressures of the national rankings and the exposure and the Final Four and Coach Huggins going crazy and stuff, my job is to keep everything down to earth by cracking jokes.
And in the end, the Bearcats are usually laughing because what Bob Huggins has brought to Cincinnati is winning, to the point where it hasn't lost 2 in a row at any time during the past 2 years. And the sights are again set on another trip to the Final Four.
There's no sense setting your goals too low. I think people don't achieve because they're afraid to fail, and we certainly don't want to be afraid to fail.
Hey, nice job.
We want every year. We want every year play to get in the Final Four and win a national championship, and I think if that's not your goal, then you're cheating the most important people in the program, and that's your players, and we certainly don't want to cheat them.
Great pass. Nice job, Eric.
There isn't a player on the Cincinnati roster feeling cheated. And there isn't one with anything but the utmost respect for Bob Huggins and the way he has made them all winners.
Timeout, timeout, fucking timeout. It's like I've tried to tell you since the first fucking day of practice that you have to play the whole game, Nick. What did you do? Drop the goddamn ball out of bounds to start with. Then you let the guy come in the middle. What are you doing? If the ball's on that side, you guard the basket. Hey, Terence, the point guard's job is to get back and get run over. It's not get back and goddamn foul. It's get back and get run over. It's going to be a long damn year because you guys won't consistently work. You get naive. You get complacent. Get him out. Fuck. Get him out. Get Nicky out of fucking game. We're throwing a fucker all over the gym. We go set play. You can't even catch a son of a bitch. We're in LA. How about getting your ass in the high post? Shit.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Cats on 3, man.
Hey, Terence. Finally, we get the ball up the floor, and you throw the thing away. Shoot the ball. His job is to go. His job is to go rebound the ball when you penetrate. That's his job. Shit. We go from up 20, put you guys in, it's 10-point game. Put 2 veteran guards in, and we lose the ball. And a veteran center who starts the whole landslide. Going that way, Anthony. See, and you start that shit, Reichenegger, giving him the ball. Tell me to put him in a goddamn game. He's so fucking stupid. He is so fucking stupid. Come up, Terry. Go, get him. Tell you what, you're not going to average 8 turnovers a goddamn game and play, I'll tell you that. Set your ass over here. Fuck, a little bit of pressure, and a 5-year player throws his sumbitch all over the gym. All over the goddamn gym. Go fucking get dressed. You don't want to fucking play. Get the fuck out of here, because I will not put up with your shit. You understand me? Yep. You understand me? Fucking throw it all over the gym. You got no fucking toughness. Fucking walk around and fucking practice, and fucking toughness is fucking elbowing somebody. Instead of goddamn squaring up in a goddamn stance, being strong with the fucking ball. Look at this. Look at fucking this. Mike, that's a foul and a turnover. That's real smart. Then you look at me in practice when you do that stupid stuff and I'm on your behind and you look at me like it's my fault. Shit, take the ball out of our hands, Mike. It's like I've tried to tell you since the first fucking day of practice that you have to play the whole game, Nick. What did you do? Drop the goddamn ball out of bounds to start with. Then you let the guy come in the middle. What are you doing? If the ball's on that side, you guard the basket. Hey, Terence, the point guard's job is to get back and get run over. It's not get back and goddamn foul. It's get back and get run over. It's going to be a long damn year because you guys won't consistently work. You get naive. You get complacent. Get him out. Fuck. Get him out. Get Nicky out of fucking game. We're throwing a fucker all over the gym. We go set play. You can't even catch a son of a bitch. We're in LA. How about getting your ass in the high post? Shit.
Hey, man, let's go, man. Let's go. Cats on 3, man.
Cat style.
That's cool. Okay, welcome back to The Cats Are Back. Tomorrow afternoon, the Metrodome behind us is going to be hot.
And speaking of hot, what you are about to see is one of the hottest videos throughout the tri-state, and it's kind of the doing of the team themselves. John Popovich has that story. John?
Yeah, you would have thought these were tapes involving a political scandal, because every station wanted their hands on it. CBS has asked for it. ESPN was interested, but we were persistent. We got a hold of the tape. It's home movie shot by guard Tarrice Gibson and some of his teammates. He's been following the players everywhere they go, places they even don't want him to be. What happened? Take a look at the exclusive premiere of the Terence tapes.
What are you going to do?
It's the behind-the-scenes look at the Cats. Unauthorized, unrehearsed, uncut.
I really want to look back over the season. We want to say, I
love you, Terry.
Yes, intimate and up close and personal moments. It's
Live from room 331.
with loquacious and muscular Corey Blunt, peaceful Nick Van Exel, T-Rat Gibson, and Terry Nelson the Prophet.
On the win this tournament, man, he got the last shot of the tournament. He goes up, does an incredible Jordanism shot, and slap his head, and the basket go in, and he's ecstatic, ladies and gentlemen, and the horn goes off.
We'll uncover new characters.
I'm Fazell, I'm Howard, and we are Funky Finger Productions.
We'll discover new talents.
Oh, yeah, baby, I'm back.
Our story involves the solitude of the road and the multitude of the clubhouse.
Right here, ladies and gentlemen, we have the entire media just surrounded by ugly Eric Martin. Why, I don't know, because he didn't play.
Our story begins in Dayton. An epic battle with Michigan State looms.
Concentrate on Buford and getting ready for the game ritual. I got to put on my shoes, tie them up tight, slow. Everything's cool.
40 minutes of basketball later, the Bearcats are in the Sweet 16.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory, forever. Amen.
Yo, fellas, let's go to Kansas City, win that, and then go on to the Final Four, right?
Our scene shifts to Kansas City. Our cast gathers to watch game films? Nah, Star Wars. And they're waiting for a very important visitor.
Pizza delivery, man, from Kansas City, Missouri.
So what are we having tonight?
Pizza, one sausage, another one sausage.
How do you feel about serving possibly a Final Four team, sir?
Huh?
How do you feel about possibly serving a Final Four team?
I feel good.
You feel good?
Another case of being overwhelmed after a brush with greatness. And certainly a man who doesn't realize the full scope of talents here. That weekend, the mood did change. But little worry, UC blows out Memphis State.
How you feel about going to the Final Four?
Good. How you feel, Tate?
I feel like...
Long way from Dothan, ain't it, baby?
Hey, how you think your team played today, Coach?
I think they played unbelievable.
Yes, sirree, it's a classic feel-good ending.
Well, that'll do it. We don't know who's next, but I'll be here. You'll be here. Tune in next time, live from 331.
A T-Rat E-Mark production.
Championship. Good night, everybody. Hi, Mom.
Right there, Tom. Bob Huggins doesn't want to talk about the NCAA tournament much right now. He wants to win this game, and it seems all season long. Anthony Buford or Herbert Jones have received the pub, but Terence Gibson has been terrific the last couple of games.
Terrice Gibson has been great. The Rat is on a roll, and he had a great game against Brooklyn. And we can see he had a career-high 17 points. This is the last two games, the numbers that you see, but he had 17 points and tied for a career-high 9 rebounds. He'll still give you that tough defense off the bench, and he gives you another option from the three-point arc.
Also at forward, a 6'3" senior from Dothan, Alabama, number 10, Terrice Gibson.
Number love for those school. That's what we're gonna do this one for. You feel me? And can't go some DVDs and shit.
Ain't nothing like the old school. I remember Mr. Magic Flash, Grandmaster Cass, LL raising hell, but I didn't last. Eric B and Rakim was the shit to me. I flipped to see a Dougie Fresh show with Ricky D and Red Alert was putting in work. And Chuck Chill had my homies on the hill getting ill when shit was real. But I still remember Raw with Daddy Kane when De La Soul was putting potholes in the game. I can't explain how it was. Houdini had me puffing on that Buddha getting buzz. Cause there I was, them block parties in the projects and on my block. The disc don't stop sipping on that bottle side. And through my speaker, Queen Latifah and MC Light. Listen to tracks of KRS to get me through the night. With Tiller Rockin' Mantronics instead of Sonic. Remember Pusha was the bomb shit, nothing like the old school. Nothing like the old school. Nothing like the old school. It ain't nothing like the old school. I had shell toes
and BVDs. A killer creases out my leaves when I hit the streets. I'm playing Skelly Ring Olivio and catch a kiss. Before the homies in my hood learn to smack a bitch. I remember way back the week weed they had. Too many seeds in the trade bag. I'm on the train heading uptown. Freestyling with some wild kids from Uptown. Profiling cause the people staring. Second mother niggas wearing. I'm wondering if that's ahead. I remember sticks ball, pumping hoops on the ball. I'm taking leaps on the steps, thinking up the hall. Through my childhood, wild as a juvenile. A young nigga trying to stay away from Rikers now. Me and my homies breaking nights trying to keep it true. Out on the roof, sipping 90 proof, ain't nothing like the old school. Nothing like the old school. Ain't nothing like the old school. It ain't nothing like the old school. Remember popping and locking and Curtis Blow, the name belts, and Scotland Rock the Super Hole back in Latin quarters. When Slick Rick was spitting Lottie Dottie, gaming the hoochies at the neighborhood block parties. I remember break dancing the Melly Mel, tickling high LL when he rocked the bells. Forget the TV, I'd rather hit the streets and do graffiti. Be careful, don't let the transit cops see me. Ain't nothing like the old school. It ain't nothing like the old school. It ain't nothing like the old school. Hey, on the real though. Ain't nothing like the old school. Hey, I was at Latin quarters, nigga. When Eric B and Rakim did I Ain't No Joke for the first time. Hey, remember motherfuckers used to get their gold chains snatched? Remember that shit? Remember seeing Brooklyn go crazy up in the motherfucking party? Remember motherfuckers used to go, it's Brooklyn in the house, and motherfuckers would lose their goddamn mind. That's the old school to me. That's what I'm saying. I remember going places and motherfuckers were scared to say they was from anywhere but Brooklyn. That shit was the bomb back in the motherfucking old school, nigga. Remember Skelly, nigga, knocking niggas out the box, popping boxes? Remember Stickball? Remember niggas used to run that shit like that? Remember the block? Remember screaming up at your moms from the window? The ice cream truck? Remember all of them? Remember the Italian ices, yo? Yo, remember the Italian ices? The Spanish niggas coming down with the coconut ices and shit?
Leading by 2, under 10 minutes to go. Nelson, couple of head fakes, nobody biting. Here's Gibson wide open from 3.
Once you penetrate inside.
As we talk with the players today, so far so good. They're handling things rather well. Take 3 sellouts from Shoemaker Center. Pick them up and cram them all in the one arena. That's what you get with today's crowd at the Metrodome. Bob Huggins, though, took time to sign autographs after he picked up some rest from the night before.
I got a little sleep, feel a little better. My eyes looking better, Bill?
I think they look quite blue, yes.
Good.
That Visine's working.
Yeah.
Before today's shoot-around, though, Cincinnati kicked back. Lots of music close to the ear, lots of people close to Terry Nelson. He's still one of the most quotable players in Minneapolis. Later, when Cincinnati took the floor, though, they were greeted by 30,000 people, all present to see a very simple practice.
You've never been in front of 30,000 people like that before?
Can't say I have on a basketball floor.
Well, how'd you feel?
The Bearcats worked out for about an hour. Problem was, a lot of the media just ignored them. The cameras stopped rolling as the Cats started shooting. They are the underdog, and today they felt it firsthand.
And we're not going to get caught up in all of that, you know, who gets the most interviews or who gets the most airtime on ESPN. I mean, I was watching last night, and they didn't really have much to say, but, I mean, they'll have a lot to say Saturday night after the win.
Yeah, this is the story that's come up in Dayton, in Kansas City, and now in Minneapolis. And if you want one word to sum up how the Bearcats were built, that word is transferred, especially a lot of junior college players who have decided to come here. When you hear how they made their decisions, it'll make you understand better why this team ticks.
This is the story of a team in the Final Four and how it was put together.
Every moment makes a contribution. Every little detail plays a part. Having just the vision's no solution. Everything depends on execution. Putting it together, that's what counts.
Bob Huggins inherited a problem program 3 years ago.
When we came in here, there were 2 ways to go. We could either go the high school route or we could go the junior college route.
One high school player who could help was interested, Tarrice Gibson. He came from Dothan, Alabama. But junior college players like Alan Jackson provided the needed shot in the arm. Jackson was an Indiana native and an Illinois junior college.
One of the things that caught me was that he was real truthful in what he was saying.
Huggins was the coach they came to play for, but he wasn't the guy who day by day pursued them.
I was recruited by, Coach Muller. Coach Muller recruited me.
This is Coach Mo, a self-described basketball junkie, a Coleraine native and UC's chief recruiter.
It's a tough life, and there's a lot of pressure.
Pressure to attract talented players like Herb Jones.
Herbert Jones was the key.
Jones jetted in from junior college in Kansas as the National Junior College Player of the Year.
And that gave us credibility with other people of that stature.
After that, Terry Nelson was spotted in the California Summer League.
He showed me some clips of a little highlight film, and they played an exciting style, and the fans are going crazy.
Chalk up Terry Nelson. Also in California was Corey Blunt, who wasn't chased when he got out of high school.
Corey Blunt, when he graduated from high school, was 6'5", weighed 162 pounds.
3 years, 5 inches later, Blunt liked what he saw in Cincinnati. Book another flight to CVG. Eric Martin, who played with Corey in junior college, was hearing about the Queen City.
He was just like, man, it was great. He had fun. There's a lot of stuff to do. The gym is nice. It's got a restaurant in it. When he said restaurant, I was like, man, what are you talking about? Ain't no restaurants in college gym.
Martin found out it was true. Another one leaves for the coast. In Texas, Moeller discovered Nick Van Exel. And Nick discovered Cincinnati, especially when the Great Midwest Conference was formed.
When he told me they were moving into the Great Midwest Conference, I'll be playing close to home like in Milwaukee and Chicago. My family and friends could see me. I was really turned on by that.
Meanwhile, there was an unhappy guard at Akron named Anthony Buford who wanted to go somewhere else, but
there aren't a lot of coaches that'll take a guy on a one-year basis.
But Huggins knew Buford. That was good enough. Anthony, come on down. Jeff Scott had kicked around a couple of colleges. He wanted another shot. This time he stayed in town. So these are the many roads that have been traveled. And yes, the pieces have managed to fit.
Bit by bit, beat by beat, part by part, sheet by sheet, chart by chart, track by track, reel by reel, stack by stack, meal by meal, deal by deal, spiel by spiel. And that is the state of the art.
And that's how the Bearcats were put together, and a lot of recruits are now noticing the Bearcats, everything from their coach to the style of play to their warm-ups, and they like it a lot.
Come on in, man. Hey, that's just right there, baby. Yeah, we coming back to Cincinnati. Boom, baby. You should have known when you brought it.